Folks, Baker Mayfield is playing at an MVP caliber level for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this season, and I'm going to show you two examples from the most recent win versus the San Francisco 49ers that proves that point. Shout out to Sleeper, by the way, more on them a little bit later on in this video. Okay, so we have got two plays to look over for the film review today. Two plays. Let me go ahead and paint the picture for you guys, okay? The Buccaneers found themselves up 20-19 with 7 minutes, 27 seconds left in the third quarter. Now, they began to march down the field, but found themselves in a pretty rough situation. It's 3rd and 14 at their own 41-yard line after a holding penalty. Now, they could punt. They're only up by 1 point at this juncture. The Niners could go back, score, and possibly not give up the lead after that. Who knows, right? But what Mayfield does, not just on this 3rd and 14, but the play after the next play of this 3rd and 14, is MVP caliber stuff. No question about it, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and dive into it. So we're going to go through this a little bit quick. So right now the Niners are showing 4 defensive linemen. The Bucs have 3 wide receivers out there. Cade's out there as well. Rashad White, I believe, is going to be in to help as a blocker. It's Wirfs, it's Bredesen, it's Barton. It is either Elijah Klein or Luke Haggard. I think it's Luke Haggard. Actually, he might have been out at this point. No, I think it is Luke Haggard, and then it's Charlie Heck on the right tackle, okay? And Baker's in the shotgun, running back next to him. That is Rashad White. So, boom, ball is snapped. They only do rush 4. You see a double team here on that interior defensive lineman. Wirfs is going one-on-one with the defensive end. Heck is going one-on-one with the defensive end, and I believe that is Haggard or Klein is going one-on-one with a defensive lineman there, okay? Well, what happens? Well, immediately, the right guard lets up the pressure, okay? And Wirfs begins to lose the pressure as well. You see here, everything is in front of these defensive backs right here. So these 3 wide receivers are not going to get a lot going. Now, Rashad White helps out Charlie Heck in this scenario. You will have Cade Otton down in the flat here. But take a look at this. This is not a great situation on the far left-hand side for Baker Mayfield to be in. He finds himself with 2 defensive linemen screaming down at him to try and bring him down. Okay, that is not a good situation to be in under any circumstances. But what happens? Well, Mayfield pump fakes. He jukes out the one defensive lineman. The second one arm tackles him. Can't bring him down either. Mayfield avoids both of those guys. Okay, now he begins to look upfield. He has Cade Otton right here, but the first down marker is at that 45-yard line, okay? Cade, it's possible Cade could have gotten it, okay? It is certainly possible Cade could have gotten it. Rashad, no chance. Tez Johnson, no chance. Cam Johnson up here, no. And Sterling Shepard, no. These guys are all covered, okay? So what does Baker do? Well, he has got a lot of grass in front of him, but if you look, there's 2 Niners right here, okay? Between Mayfield, all of this grass, and that 45-yard line that he needs to get to, okay? Also, all of these defensive players are all keeping an eye on the quarterback, right? So it is a long, long way for Mayfield to get there. 20 yards from where he is at this moment to get to that first down marker. But Baker starts running. The 2 defensive linemen are right here. The 2 guys that we talked about, well, they are going to begin to crash down on Mayfield as well. But what happens? Baker, he shifts left. He stiff arms. He puts down a defensive back. Cade Otton, well, he's going to block number 48 right here. That's a big block. You take a look here. Guys, there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 yards Mayfield needs to get to try and get this first down, okay? And this defensive back is screaming to come get him. Cade Otton can't block him, okay? Cameron Johnson, he doesn't have there's no way he's going to be able to block him. Baker is going to have to fight this one-on-one and see what happens. Also, number 47 is crashing down into here as well because he got over on the play. So what happens? Mayfield fights ahead, breaks number 0's tackle. Cade gets just enough of a block to get it going, and Mayfield is able to extend and get the first down. Let's take a look at it again. There's 2 defenders getting shaken up. He's running. He eludes the defensive back. Cade blows the block on number 48, unfortunately. So there's 3 Niners here, right? And Baker needs 1, 2, 3, 4 yards. 3 Niners are right there on him, okay? What happens? Mayfield breaks through an arm tackle, gets ripped down, but extends enough to get that first down. You mean to tell me that Mayfield fought through 4 to 5 tackling 49ers to get that first down? You name me more than 5 quarterbacks in the NFL that can make that type of play. I'd love to hear that in the comments because I can't. I know that guys like Josh Allen can do it, Lamar can do it, maybe Mahomes can do it, and then also Jalen Hurts can probably do it. And then Baker Mayfield. Those are really the 5 guys in my mind that I envision being able to make a play like this. If you guys think anybody else could, I'd love to hear it because this was an MVP caliber play on 3rd and 14. I know that the argument can be made of like, well, he could have hit Cade, right? And he certainly could have, but he called his own number and he succeeded at that. So absolutely phenomenal play. Now, the next play that occurs is a handoff to Sean Tucker. It gets -1 yard. Really doesn't do anything. By the way, 47 was so upset about that Baker Mayfield run. He's like, I can't believe we just gave up a 3rd and 14. Trust me, not a lot of people could either, but that's what Baker Mayfield does, man. That is just simply what Mayfield is able to do. Here is the Sean Tucker -1 yard run. We all know what it is. But here is the next play, okay, that I want to show you that it was absolutely incredible play. So 4 wide receivers set here. Cade Otton's out there as a wide receiver. Ryan Miller is out there. You've got Sterling Shepard up there. Tez Johnson is out there. Sean Tucker's in. Again, your offensive line. It's Wirfs, it's Bredesen, it's Barton. I think it's Haggard or Klein, and then it's Heck, okay? So let's see what happens here. So Baker goes ahead and sends Sean Tucker in motion, and he is going to throw. Now, immediately, the Niners send out 4, okay? And they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 defensive backs, or 7 players in coverage going up against 4 Buccaneers wide receivers. So advantage is certainly to the 49ers right now. 7 players covering 4. Yeah, you're going to give that to the Niners every day of the week. But here's what happened. Sean Tucker rolls out, okay? And this is on 2nd down, by the way, right at midfield. Sean Tucker rolls out. Now, you could get Sean Tucker right there, but take a look at who's breaking out behind the defense. Who is breaking up that coverage? Who's going to get behind the defense and score a touchdown? It is Tez Johnson. And look, Shepard, you could have had Shepard underneath. Really, Cade and Ryan Miller are pretty covered up here. The defensive line is getting some good blocking as well. Mayfield steps up in the pocket. Everybody's getting pretty blocked here. The Niners aren't bringing in a ton of pressure. Look at this. I'm gonna move myself off the screen so you guys can see. Look at the separation right here with Tez. Look at that separation. Let's go ahead and watch it back because Tez knew immediately. Like, oh, I am behind the defense here. In fact, you know, I'm gonna move myself to the bottom of our screen here. So let's take a look at this. So Baker and Tez knows. Tez is pointing like, hey, you know, Tez saw something here in this defense. So boom, ball is snapped. Tez just straight runs, right? Straight runs. And right here when he gets to this point, he knows. He puts his hand up saying, hey, I've only got one man to beat. Baker, if you can put some juice on this ball and you can put a little finesse on this ball, we're scoring a touchdown, baby. And Baker takes some time, looks in the pocket, sees the arm of Tez, chucks up a moonshot. The Niners defenders are too far behind, and we talked about how good of a catch this was from Tez. We did. We talked about how good of a catch this was. And we won't get a great look at it here, but it was an all fingertip catch, dude. It was just a straight up phenomenal catch. Mayfield looks great in the pocket, steps up, chucks a 45-yard bomb. Phenomenal catch by Tez Johnson to get that score. This would put the Buccaneers up 27-19 at this point, a lead that they would not relinquish, and the game would actually end 30-19. So these 2 back-to-back plays, not just the running ability of Mayfield, but the passing ability of Mayfield. Again, you aren't getting many quarterbacks in this league that can do these 2 plays that I'm pointing out at this high of a level. To get a 3rd and 14, your quarterback calling his own number and going out there and then chucking a 45-yard bomb 2 plays later, that's a pretty special quarterback right there. It really is. And again, kudos to Tez Johnson. I don't know if this was a busted coverage. It might have been because you do see the one Niners defender trying to catch up. The safety might have been too far over here. I'm unsure. Maybe the safety was supposed to rotate over, but Mayfield just chucks it up, man. What a beautiful ball. What a beautiful catch. There is no other way to put it. Let's just watch it one more time. Can we get a slow-mo of this? I want to get like a super slow-mo because that's a beautiful ball, man. That really is. So let's take a look at it one more time before we go ahead and head out here, because it really was a special play there for the Bucs. Helped them win the football game. So boom, Sean Tucker in motion. Baker says, all right, pass protection held up very well on this play. Kudos to them for that. Mayfield steps up, just says, hey, let's just go out and win this football game. What a catch, what a throw. Even if you want to nitpick, maybe overthrown by inches, right? Maybe overthrown by inches, but really, really elite stuff right here. No question about it. So, folks, that is it. This is proof to me that Mayfield is an MVP caliber candidate. What do you guys think? I'd love to hear your opinions about it. One more thing, by the way, everybody. Shout out to the sponsor of this channel. It is Sleeper. If you guys do use the code MrBucs, you will get a $100 deposit match up to $100. Again, that is whenever you use the code MrBucs. Also, you get a free $20 just for signing up, folks. It is as simple as that. Folks, go download the Sleeper app today and enjoy sports the way it was meant to be. That is together. What did you guys think about those two absolutely phenomenal plays by Baker Mayfield? Let me know. I'd love to hear it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed it. As always, guys, I'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.